Welcome back, Hunters. I'm the Survival of This, and we return to Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, where we're going to be starting into a couple of Magala hunts for these last two episodes of the week. I decided to go back and get the Nesset set, or the Atal Cost that we had used before, just undo the armor fusion, so this is the look that it actually has just with the rainbow pigment, because it kind of feels like this armor actually works the best with that. But we're going to be using the Trismegistus? Basically, Atal Kaw's own light bowgun, and it's the one where you kind of have to build your own rapid, kind of build it up with this stuff, and you basically have to take one of the three raw types and generally build into that. Like, I've got it so that way we can use old normal and old pierce, but we don't have that many skills alongside those. Like, using pierce shot, we have ammo saver from the decoration, or the talisman we've got. Using normal shot, and only pierce up was I was able to get. So it'd probably be better if you do want to try working with this weapon to pick one of the three rapid fires, get the ammo you need for that to be enabled, and just go hard into that direction with it. So I'll probably refine this more to, like, say, a pierce build for the second episode to come later in the week. But for going after just Shagaru Magala, we should be fine with this. So we'll just get whatever we can, eat for temper, clear that. And yeah, we'll handle I'd probably say middle of the Magala trio, because normally how you fight them is Gore Magala, Shagaru Magala, and then Chaotic Gore Magala comes down the line there. So we'll go to the ends of the earth to take on Shagaru, and I'm guessing this episode will probably be just this one monster, and then next episode will be just Chaotic. Again, the hunts, they can kind of vary a lot in how long they'll take in G rank now. Some monsters can be... Well, we've got the Metal Wraths ahead still to tackle. They, not so much gold, but Silver Rathalos is always a bit of a nuisance because of how airborne it is. So to make sure that the episodes in that don't run too long, I do want to try just to at least get one hunt done and in. But yeah, it has a neat little transformation, the Atal Kaw light bowgun from drawn to sheathed. What I wanted to try slotting in was, getting haphazard, because we do have rapid fire for both the dazzling shot and the slicing shots. But I didn't have enough slots with how it is currently built at the moment, so that's why I'm thinking maybe we'll be able to get those in with building, like, a more dedicated pierce setup. So just going to start with this until we do get Shagaru, or our Valor gauge to full. And then we'll probably use some pierce shots. As you can see, Shagaru's a bit of a biggin, so... Actually, maybe we'll use some of the dazzling. I can't remember if it's possible to use dazzling shots to get knockouts on monsters, or it's just that it's a really... Maybe it's just a very strong shot type, since we did get the part break right there. But going up against G-rank Shagaru can be a little annoying, not so much because of its attacks itself, but it's a lot of those, like, frenzy geysers that it sends up. Oh. Okay, I was turned a little too much to get the Valor block, or deflection, or parry, or whatever you want to call it, to proc. Yeah, he's definitely keeping me on the back foot, so I keep backing up against the area's wall. There's another part break. Yeah, Dazzling Shot, I think, is one of the strongest shot types that is just in Generations Ultimate. Not many bowguns even have capacity for it, fewer that actually have rapid fire capability. Oh, and got smacked by the geyser I was talking about. Oh, there we go. Arm's broken, so we got that. Let's just use that, get right through. That is where Thrift comes in as like another very handy skill if you can get it into a gunner set. Is because then you can get access to certain bullets that are just like super strong over just the general cap they have. Maybe we'll... Okay, let's work at Pierce 2 for a while. I think that's what I slotted in to have the benefit of. So truth be told, I probably could have just completely ignored the normal I had slotted in and put other skills there. I just figured I'd try to show off like how this bowgun is and a little bit of the quirks of it. As I do admit, that's one thing I like about the light bowgun. Well, I guess heavy bowguns can also fall that too, but you can have a lot more customization to like skills, utility, and how directions go with them. Now, we'll go for using normal 2 just to build up our Valor gauge. He's angry. Let him drop. I mean, I could try getting slicing shots in at the tail. It just might be a little difficult. Let's get out of the way of that. Another geyser. What the heck. Yeah, we definitely need the recoil reduction on those slicing shots, because otherwise I don't think we'd be able to do much. And we'll just want to hold that. But one of the best tips I can give with using Valor Style is don't be in a rush to cancel out of, like, that animation there, like the recovery. You can do it to get, like, faster response, but I find a lot of times it actually is more helpful to let that fully play out, because then you can avoid certain other attacks, too. You do have full iframes all the way through it. I'll just keep getting those slicing in. I'm not sure how strong Shagaru's tail is. Oh, I guess not that strong, because off it goes. And yeah, we'll work with Pierce 2. We do have a fair bit of recoil for using as rapid fire. But getting the 3 shots off of Pierce 2 is pretty powerful. There are a few bowguns that do let you use Pierce 2 rapid fire, but I think the recoils are often so strong that it's hard to be able to like use them that effectively, or you'd be putting a lot of risk trying them. Nope. Another geyser. Again, I think we've been hit by geysers far more than his actual attacks, because they do seem to have like a homing thing on them in G rank. Low rank and high rank, they do pop off, but I don't think it's anything where it's like all that target against the player. There's not that much of a bias, but here, Seems like it's constantly going off under us. Yeah, doing the slam. Gives us a nice opening to shoot right down them. Or completely whiff on that. And just slow and steady at them. Shagaru is basically just like a refined Gore Magala, so if you're pretty comfortable with how Gore is as a fight, Shagaru shouldn't really be all that much trouble-eyed. Ah, those darn geysers. It's more chaotic, I think, where if there's going to be any trouble, that'll be the monster that might give it to us a bit more. Just because it's kind of got some of the usual twists we're familiar with, but then tosses in some extras that'll catch us, or could catch us. Okay, we at least got out of the frenzy there. Now, if there was a way to, like, refill internal ammo in hunts, you could probably make a lot of, like, just internal ammo builds for, like, bow guns, but since they are hard capped to being more of a finite resource, we'll probably need to build more than just, like, a full in on, like, rapid fire of the internal, like, slicing and dazzling. But yeah, I'm going to get in a position just to heal up, and then we'll keep on him. Oh, thanks, Natalie. Again, sometimes the cats are pretty helpful. It's just hard to, like, bank and rely on it. Nope. And is that... yeah, that's a slam. God. I'm surprised we've gotten this long into the fight and, that middle, like, rock there hasn't been broken. Usually that's actually... sometimes you want to keep the rock there for certain fights. Other times it'd actually be kind of nice to get the extra bit of spacing you could get if it's destroyed. Because it can provide, like, a little barrier for some attack to be blocked, but also does take away room of your movement, too, if it is there. And I'm still into the bad... I mean, I guess it's not exactly a bad habit, given we have been not really suffering consequence for it. I'm still not using, like, the quick scope that I said I should get more practice in with. I think the reason I don't use it that much is just because it kind of is hard to get as accurate of shots in of, like, knowing how the lineup is, because it doesn't square in right behind you. It's kind of, like, skewed off to your right or left a little bit. So at least with the other scope getting in, I know exactly how that shots are going to go through. Nope, went a little too low on that. Okay. Yeah, we'll go... I guess we will use that last bit of slicing we've got. Oh yeah, I was talking about again how... I mean, it is finite cap, but sometimes you can get extra shots off with ammo saver. We still have one slicing we're kind of working through. And still are. There it goes. Yeah, it's all basically random chance of if the shot does get saved or not. Probably shouldn't have held that one. Okay, heal up. I probably shouldn't be trying to get the mount off because it's, like, not super necessary, but... since he is around this spot, and it's, like, the only one that I can, maybe I will see if I can. So at least he's keeping close in range. So if I do get him into, like, the vulnerable state to be mounted... there we go. Yeah, then you have to get into close range. There we go. That's why it's kind of... I don't often try going for mounts on too many monsters through the series that we've done. It'd be different if you are in multiplayer, and I think other people can be able to make use of that mount state and just start it off. But as a gunner, you're kind of thrown too far out of the way to make most use of it. And just a bit of account stuff, nothing all that helpful. Oh, there we go. I was about to say, I didn't think he'd have much more to him. Yeah, that was Shagaru. It is like a more refined Gore Magala fight. If you do have some good skills with Gore, you will have no problems on Shagaru. I'm kind of tempted to go after Chaotic this episode too, but I also do know Chaotic is a little bit longer of a fight, I believe. I think the health pool's a bit higher. Which is, I think, a little weird when you think about it. You kind of would think it'd be like an in-between of health pools between Gore and Shagaru, but have more damage it might do, but... I think I will stick to the philosophy and just also make it a little easier on myself in just doing one monster per episode going forward for a while. Maybe use a little bit of time, try refining this set, because I can probably, like I said, maybe see about taking off the normal shot and get some other interesting things put in. At least get haphazard into that. But another one off the roster, and I don't know how many still to go. I might actually even look when it does come to the time for the Deviant hunts to maybe have them as their own separate series, just because I'm still unlocking some of the G-rank Deviants to go after, or, well, their hunts. I think I've got 7 I still have to get. I think it's 17 total. So I've at least gotten over the halfway mark on them, but they do take a little bit of time just to grind and get. But yeah, I do think I will keep it a little easier on myself than trying to squeeze in too many monsters in per episode and make it too long. That will end today's episode off right here. I'll try to refine the set a little bit more for Chaotic next time, and we'll see how that goes to end out the week. But thank you guys for joining me on this episode of Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. If you did like the video, be sure to give it a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to leave in the comments right down below. Until I see you all next video or episode, Hunters and Survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.